Okay, we're going to take a look at tutorial 6 in Finale first. All right, to start out with, I'm going to start with a template. So I'm going to click on the template file and use my homework template. Okay, in this one I should already have a lot of the things that I'm going to use set up. Okay, and so here I'm going to go ahead and give this a name, and we'll call it a tutorial 6. Oh, good help to spell. And again, I am the composer. Okay, and then we'll go here. Okay, and my key signature, actually my first key is the key of G. But for this type of thing, because we didn't really know what the keys are, I would just put any key signature in there, and that'll make it easier to change. There are no pickup measures. And I'm going to go ahead and use 4/4. And then the number of measures is 12. So I'll finish that. And so here's my example. And so it's all ready. And now we're ready to go ahead and enter in all of the enter in the keys and the bass notes and go ahead and get the examples going. Right, so I'm going to select my selection tool. I'm going to right click here. First chord is in G major, so then I'm going to right click the second measure. And the second measure should be F sharp minor. And the third measure should be E flat major, and let's just continue doing that. I find it much quicker to go ahead and do the same task over and over again and get it over with rather than having to do it. Okay, this one here is not in it, so I need to edit that one. So I need okay, right, and then we go to B flat major. Okay. You could select the key signature tool, by the way, and then right click and it'll just select it. It'll give you the same thing. And so you might find that actually to be just a little bit quicker. A minor. You'll notice that my canceling outgoing key signatures has all been turned off in my template, so I don't have to do any of that. G minor, F major. And then finally, C minor. Okay, so we've done all of that. All right, so now I'm ready to enter the bass notes in there, and I have to go through and identify those. I'm going to go ahead and use half notes. And I can play them in, or I can just go ahead and mouse them in. There's not very many notes. Okay, and so G at 1 and 6 in the key of G. Okay, this was supposed to be 1, 6 to 1, and so we'll go. Okay, and then 1 to 4. And then 4 to 1, 6, 4 in the key of D. Okay, in the key of D flat, I have a 5 chord starting at A flat, and then I have 5, 1, and then we have the 2, 6, 5, which is going to be, oops, and that's right, I need to change those. And we'll need to, need to make those quarter notes, not, okay, so we have where we have D flat, and 5, and then the 2, 6, 4, 2, 6, 5. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and make that a half note to finish it off. All right, and then 5 to 1 in B flat, and 5 to 1 in A. Okay, now my pedal tone. The pedal tone is going to be kind of interesting because the analysis is attached to the bass notes. I'm going to go ahead and do them as quarter notes. It could just simply be a whole note, and there are ways to get around this, but I'm not going to go ahead and that's a little too advanced right now, and time consuming, so we'll avoid that. All right, A flat, we're going to 1 to 5. Okay, G, we're going to G minor, we're going 1 to 7. Let's just do it up here, and 7, 6. Okay, F is 5 to 6, so And then finally, C is 1 and to 5, 6. And that's since it's a minor chord, we have to raise that. All right, and now I realized that what I just did is I forgot to enter these all in layer 2, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. And I will go into my selection tool, right-click, move copy layers, and I will move the contents of layer 1 into layer 2. Very useful tool. All right, we're now ready to enter our analysis, and we'll go ahead and do that now. And you can see that I've already set it. And by the way, when you're in layer 2, then you have to attach the notes into layer 2 as well. And so this is 1, 6. Oops, I must have my cap lock on. Yes. Okay, and this is 1, 6 to 1. Okay, this is 1 to 4. Okay, this is 4 to 1, 6, 4. Okay, this is 5 to 1 to 2, 6, 5. Oops. There we go. 5, 7 to 1. 5, 7 to 1. 1, 4, 7 diminished, and 1, and then 1, 5, 1, 7, 6, 5 to 6, and 1 to 5, 6. All right, so now I have my analysis. I have this all pretty well set up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the labels in. And so let's go back. We'll close that. We'll go back into the expression tool, and I'm going to attach my labels. Okay, and so I need a passing tone for the first one. Okay, I need an accented passing tone for the second. And you see that they all just kind of line up nicely for you. And then I have a neighbor tone. And then I have the appoggiatura, and you see if you've set this up ahead of time, it works very, very quickly. Okay, and so, and then a retardation. Okay, and in this one here, we're also going to have a 4-3 suspension, so we'll go ahead and add a couple of it. Okay, and we'll add 4-3. And we're just going to have to move those around just a little bit, and I'm going to use the abbreviation for that one. Okay, so we'll put that there, and then now we have the next one is, let's see, anticipation, and then pedal tone. Okay, and then this is a 4-3 suspension. Okay, and in fact, I think what I want to do with that is I'm going to put the suspension down here, and I'm going to put just put the label suspension on each one of these. Okay, so each one of these is a suspension, and then I'll go ahead and put the different analysis. 4-3 is going to be a 7-6, and we'll just drag those back down there. Okay, and then 9-8. Okay, and then finally the 2-3. All right, so now I have everything set up, and we're ready to go ahead and solve the problems. So this would be a worksheet that you could pass out to give to somebody, and now it's all really set up to be a worksheet. Probably do just a little bit. One last thing, we'll go ahead and spread it out just a little bit. Actually, instead of spreading it out, let's do this instead. Let's make it so that we have 3 measures per. Gives us a little bit more room. And see, this is the other advantage of doing the text as expressions. You'll notice that the expressions move with it. If you'd used the text tool, you would have gotten stuck. Things would not have moved along with it, and so they would all be in different places and you'd be moving them all around. But by using expressions, they were attached to the measures, and so that they stayed with the measures as I moved them around.